And you see these
and
wild
they would
women.
just be like
these women
throwing
fight.
haymakers.
Oh,
dude.
and they're grabbing hair.
Yes,
oh
dude.
man, they're talking about women fights. I remember, man, when I was a kid, you know, I remember throwing a snowball in Janie's face. I feel so bad for it now. I mean, right from me to you. I was just a bully.
Yeah, boys do some things.
Yeah,
boys.
boys.
And then you hit the girl like with the whatever you're throwing, and you're like, oh shit, dude. Yeah.
You know, I look back now at like, you know, all the shit
The
we
ball
did.
bounces off the wall right into her face or something.
I mean, what we did. I mean, I hit her with a rock in the snowball.
You put a rock
in the snowball. I was a bitch. I was a what?
That was you put a rock in it
in the snowball and hit her eye.
That
Man,
is
she almost killed.
sick.
Oh,
That
I
is
feel so
sick.
bad.
That is sick.
I owe you dinner, Janie. If I ever see you.
Oh, now you're trying to hook up with her years later.
Oh yeah.
Don't touch anything.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry.
You were stopped. Were you stopped as a youth
Oh, I mean, I was pulled over speeding and stuff.
when you were under 18?
Yeah.
And were you scared?
Oh, every single time. Yeah, I just tried to like answer. Like every time they were like, "Hey, how fast were you going?" I was like 87. You know, like.
And you do know you're not supposed to say
Yeah.
anything.
Now I know after like my fourth time being fifth time,
I
sixth time
don't
being pulled
answer
over.
questions.
Yeah.
Period.
And
Please,
I just try to
everybody.
help them, and it doesn't really work. So
If anybody gets anything from any of our podcasts, please remember one thing. If you get arrested, I don't care if you're innocent. I don't care how much you are innocent. And we have 50 witnesses right in front of your house. And when the cop asks you, you know, hey, I want to ask you a few questions. You're a suspect. You do not, and I repeat, you do not answer in any way, even though you know you're innocent. Everybody there knows you're innocent. You do not answer.
they're very deceptive.
They can be
They're
very
tricky
very
little
deceptive.
guys. They're tricky little guys.
And just there's so many examples of why you should never. I mean, you could just say, I was here, you know, I knew the guy was an asshole, but I was here. Well, Your Honor, now we can, you know, we can prove that he did not like the guy. So now we might have a motive. Just because you said he was an asshole.
It got very personal. Yeah, they take things very personally. Sometimes.
Listen, what I'm getting at is you never, just don't. I don't answer questions.
And
I want my attorney.
And that's what they take personally for some reason.
Well, they can take it all they want.
But you know,
if they're going to get you, they're going to get
they
you.
get upset when that not questions.
You know what I mean, though,
yeah.
Nick? If they want you, they're going to get you. Let's
for
face
sure.
facts. You know, I often
just
tell
make it
people,
easier,
I love people say, I know I can pass that DUI test. I said, listen, you might be able to pass the test. You might even blow zeros, and you'll be sitting in the back of the police car, arrested for under the influence of maybe now a narcotic
Xanax.
or something that they can't pick. If they want to arrest you, if they say, get out of the car, have you been drinking? If they say, have you been drinking? What's your answer? How's your answer?
Oh, I don't know.
Have you been drinking?
I
don't answer. I don't answer questions, officer.
We watch a lot of a lot of body cam footage audits, and
Right.
so you know, like all the times they get them out for the DUI, and I've pointed out being like they're definitely on Xanax, and then they blow zeros and they still get arrested because they're definitely under the influence
Of something, right?
and they totally fail the test.
Well, they should
Because
never do a test,
Yeah,
ever.
because they think, well, I'm not drunk, or it's like, well, your eyes are rolling in the back of your head, though. You know, like.
Well, the big thing is, in my view, in what young people know, or anybody who gets stopped, is there's just no benefit. If you just say, I don't answer questions, let them figure it out. If he's going to arrest you, he's going to arrest you anyway. Don't be a smart ass, I'll arrest you. That alone just can knock him out by saying that. He's not allowed to say that to you. You know, he's not disparage you, like, shut you up or do something rough or anything like that. Hopefully you, as a person, had a body cam, if you want, or not a body cam, a video cam. I have a video cam. I'm going to see how I can put it on a motorcycle.
A video camera?
I have a video camera that goes in a car.
Oh, that's so big. You just get an update. That thing is huge. I know what you're talking about. It's like that big. It's almost as big as a mic. You know, they make them so tiny now.
That is pretty tiny.
No, man. It's like...
That's about, what, 4 inches?
I mean, if you know how to use it, I guess it's pretty good, but...
I don't know on a
It's
motorcycle.
the motion of the ocean, some might say.
I mean, I won't understand how to work it with a motorcycle. I mean, obviously, but the laws are saying, listen, the laws are the same with the motorcycle,
those
Nick.
dick jokes are
They
right
can't-
over your head.
They can't go into my bags, my saddle bags, or they can't go into my compartments or anything like that without getting a warrant or having probable cause that I committed a crime.
One time, one of my buddies got arrested when we were on a river trip, and we just like handed over all our like and weed, and then we even gave him the wax.
What?
And the sheriffs were like,
"What idiot?
What is this?" And then we explained it to them. They were like, "It's marijuana." They had no idea what it was.
Oh my god! And you gave it to them?
Yeah, they were like, "Or we're gonna get the property owners who you're renting from. We're gonna get access from them, and we're just gonna come in and get it anyways." So.
They buffaloed you so hard.
Yeah, so we just handed everything over.
You probably didn't even have a warrant. Did they have a warrant?
They did find 2 stolen weapons in the vehicle. So,
did they have a warrant to search the vehicle?
They pulled us over because the night before, one of my friends was on Xanax trying to break into the local gas station. And they knew through like a camera where he was staying. So then they flagged the car, my buddy's car, and then pulled him over.
And arrested him right on the spot.
Well, no, the guy who was trying to break into the stores just got a slap on the wrist, but then they searched my buddy's car, and he had 2 stolen weapons.
But when they stopped that car, the intent was to arrest the guy because they knew he was in the car.
Yeah.
And they did.
But they did not, no.
Why?
Because the driver had 2 stolen weapons in the vehicle.
What does that have to do with arresting the guy?
I don't know, but this is how it played out, Larry.
Wow, it makes zero sense. If you stop someone for probable cause, that's the guy driving the car. That's who you have to get. Then you have, of course, if it's his car.
The guy driving the car was just the driver, but the person in the car was the one on Xanax the night before.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's a good legal question if they're allowed to just stop a car because if they think somebody's in there. If they know somebody's in there, they could.
Literally, they pulled them. They pulled the driver over and us, and then they looked in the back of the car and said his first
driver was in an Uber or something.
No, the driver was my friend.
Oh, okay.
Let's say his name is Tim. They pulled Tim over in his red car because they thought John was in the car. And then they looked in the back seat and go, they said his first and last name. And then he was like, yeah. And he goes, step on out of the car. Everyone get out of the car. And then they searched the car.
And then they found 2 more guns.
Yeah.
But they didn't arrest him?
No, not the guy that. No,
they
arrested
asked for the
driver.
Why didn't they arrest the guy that
because they had 2 guns, and technically he didn't do anything wrong. It was just like he broke a screen.
But why did they have to stop him then if they didn't think there was a crime?
Property damage, vandalization, or something.
That's all crimes.
Well, they dropped that real quick when they found the 2 stolen guns.
I know, but it's 2 different people.
I know, but then they instantly went directly to the driver and was like, hey, we just found 2 stolen guns in this bag.
Did he claim them?
Huh? Yeah, he did.
I mean, he wasn't an ass. He says, not mine.
No, yeah, he definitely was like.
What happened to him?
They were like, hey, do you want to follow us to the jail, like with his car? You can drive it. And we were like in the middle of nowhere. So I thought it was going to be like this long drive. And we got pulled over right in front of like the city hall jail.
Oh, you literally around the block?
A 30-second, yeah, they went right around to the back. They had like this little cage for their courtyard.
Yeah,
it was the most rinky-dink, like. So
they go in and they arrest your friend, right? The driver.
Yeah. He stayed like 5 days until his dad had to.
What happened to him?
Figured out he got felony gun charge.
Did he go to jail? Did he go to prison?
No, he got it all dropped somehow. His dad got these charges all dropped. But I do know that the guns, speaking of, were stolen by the friend out of like car hopping. So it's not like he could tell on anyone or,
I got you. So, but
there was some tricky,
how did he get out of this one?
Some tricky lawyer business. I don't know.
Tell you what.
I don't know.
All right. I mean, We're gonna get into crime. So anybody out there, if you think crime is going up, you're gonna really get interested in this because we're gonna come up. We're gonna write.
That was years ago. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
so
well,
long
you were
ago.
7. Again, you're 27, so 10
Yeah, it
years
was
ago,
like
you're
maybe
17.
18 or 17.
So it's 10. So why are teens? Why do teens turn to crime? I mean, give me your just. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but what's your number one reason?
Probably. I wouldn't say the number one's definitely not just being poor, because I've seen a lot of rich county kids come to the more, I guess, ghettoer areas with the crime and just hang out there just because it's fun. But to them, it's fun. I don't know. Being bored, probably. Needing, I don't know, what kind of crime? It's a big, it's a very big,
Well, I mean,
broad, what kind of crime?
Socioeconomic issues are the number one driver of crime. Poverty.
Yeah.
If you're poor, you're broken home, you don't have a dad or mom.
But what kind
lack
of
of resources.
Home invasions?
Well, again,
drug dealing?
all economic, economic crimes mean where you can make money or do
Because
something.
you probably know, or what I've seen is a drug dealer also usually is not also a home invader, or the home invader also isn't the drug dealer on the block. It's kind of like a niche. I think criminals pick their little niche and they kind of stick to it.
That's a good. That's actually a good analogy. You don't see many full drug dealers being armed robbers.
Exactly.
They're either drug dealers and
Yeah, because
and then you get guys like me who was
a
a muscle or an armed robber or something like that. They're different. Yeah,
you would have a gun. If I was selling drugs, you know what I would not want on me is a gun.
No, that's a double charge. Absolutely,
to protect the drugs.
Absolutely, you're better off losing them. Getting caught with a gun and a drug charge is
and a scale,
double whammy.
And a scale and bags. It's not the best.
Well, you're gonna go from distributor to trafficker to importer. I mean, you
and just these kids on the internet scamming. That's also another crime. Scammers definitely are not going and doing home invasions or selling drugs. They're doing the scamming.
Do you think there's
crime.
a lot of crimes going on with kids on computers though? Or
Yeah,
are they older from India? You always hear those scams.
No, I think that there are a lot of 15-year-old kids that are running elaborate credit card scams, Bitcoins, pump and dumps. These are all kids doing that.
Well, I mean, obviously we know smart kids. I do know some smart young kids that can handle computers. You never know their age. They can maneuver anything they want on a computer.
Kid who hacked into GTA 6 through a Roku.
Yeah,
How do you do that?
Listen, these kids, you leave them in a room, they could take apart the box of a phone and then get back into the wires. They're amazing, man. I'm telling you. But most of the kids, obviously, socioeconomic issues, their exposure to crime in their community or family. A lot of the families, there's an old thing called, if you're older, you might remember this. We used to call them the gypsies. Gypsies are really people.
I don't know if I think that word is stained upon now.
Is it? I don't know what the word is then. Gypsies. Listen. Listen. What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Gypsies are a tough people.
Yeah, gypsy. Yeah.
Now the gypsies were literally train their young kids and everybody else to be criminals, pickpockets, and do elaborate roofing scams, and they go into the neighborhoods. Really, that's an actual people. The gypsies.
Is the Jersey Shore is Snooki a gypsy?
No.
Are those gypsies?
No, those are Guidos. Those are I don't know, Stunads.
Okay, I was just picturing the Jersey Shore.
No. The gypsies are an actual people. They're families of criminals. I mean, they're
Jersey Shore
they'll have
girls.
whole tribes and stuff. It's amazing. It really is amazing. And they teach their kids how to pickpocket, how to do
these
lookouts.
girls, not just gypsies, but girls really are setting people up.
I wonder if
They're the
girls
ones
are more
scheming.
involved in crimes today than they were back in my day.
No, they are. These girls are getting people murdered by getting them set up. Do you want to go rob this drug dealer? Okay, I'm gonna meet him at a bar and I'm gonna act like.
But I'm gonna push back only because
a lot.
But look at the Melly case. Look at the other case in Georgia. None of these cases have women involved at all. None.
Okay, well,
I don't think neither. No, they don't. It's all about
can't think of
robberies and crimes.
those are just mainstream. But definitely, if
Did you know women criminals like?
Well, I mean, criminals or women
like,
who are
would-
sleazy and set people up, and then they'll
Well, that's a
take a
crime
piece
too,
of the
then.
action.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And it's super easy to be like, okay, yeah, you want to go rob Nick, so I'm gonna act like I'm gonna sleep with Nick. I'm gonna leave the back door open. You know, and as soon as I fuck Nick to sleep. Or tired, or tire him or out. You're gonna, you and 6
or
people,
drop a G in his drink or whatever.
Like
do
you
something.
and 6 people are gonna run in here and grab the 7 keys on the table,
or I'll knock him out with a pill.
Yeah, because he's showing off. You know
what I mean? Or whatever.
Yeah, it happens a lot. And then guess who never gets caught? Is the women.
Oh, women are crazy.
Who planned it all?
Most women tell. There's not really badass, but there are. So they'll come here and beat my ass. So not you girls, but there's a lot of there's some badass bitches out there beat your ass, man. We I ain't rapping, bitch, man. Come over and beat my ass. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about that most women just they tell it's like nothing to them to tell.
The girls that would hang around would like just get drunk and do Xanax and fight. Just like each other, just like you want to fight, and be
and you see these wild
they would
women.
Just be
these women
throwing
fight
haymakers.
Oh,
dude.
and they're grabbing hair.
Yes.
Oh
dude.
man, they're it is amazing to watch the women. I mean, for real, talking about women fights. I remember, man, when I was a kid, I remember throwing a snowball in Janie's face. I feel so bad for it now. I mean, right from me to you. I was just a boy.
Yeah, boys do some things. Boys.
Boys.
And you hit the girl like with the whatever you're throwing, and you're like, oh shit, dude. Yeah.
I look back now at like, all the shit we did.
The ball bounces off the wall right into her face or something.
I mean, what we did. I mean, I hit her with a rock in the snowball.
You put a rock
in the snowball. I was a bitch. I was a what?
You put a rock in it
in the snowball and hit her eye.
That
man,
is
she almost killed.
sick.
Oh,
That
I
is
feel so
sick.
bad.
That is sick.
I owe you dinner, Janie. If I ever see you.
Oh, now you're trying to hook up with her years later.
Oh yeah.
You put a rock in it?
Huh?
That is
You're a good
sick.
person.
Was that a normal thing you guys did?
I mean, we'd
rock?
throw them at buses and stuff, and I don't know.
See, okay. Well, me and my friends used to take like huge like log sticks, and we would throw them out in the middle of traffic right before a car would come, and they would roll. They would run it over, and it would like just
Pop tires sometimes.
just destroy the bottom of the car.
Oh, we were bad with that. I wondered this. This is a really good question. We all get away with a lot of
That's
kids.
crime, and that's just
no
being
question,
bored.
it's
You know
crime.
what I mean? That's just being bored.
But are we so hard on young people now that everything they do is just highlight. How much shit I got away with, even you got away with. We got away with a lot of shit.
I did.
Even though I got caught with shit,
I
got away with a lot of stuff, man.
If you like that clip, check out the full podcast or other clips on my channel, and thanks for your support.